of you might notice the background. As always, if you do, don't say. And you might hear the chainsaws thundering in the background too. Seems like I picked the spot next to a logging operation. Hopefully the wind ain't too bad because it is blowing. And as you can tell, it's cold again. It's since the last report this week, it's been a very cold week. We've had some really cold temperatures, not much snow, but things really got icy. So everything went right back into icy winter mode. And it probably helped our rivers from completely blowing out. However, everything is high and dirty. As you can tell, it's pretty mucky behind me. So all of our creeks and rivers on the western Lake Ontario are high and dirty. The Salmon River over this past week went from 335 to 750, so the water's come up. It's cold, it's probably chilled out that runoff, so hopefully we won't see too big of a blast of water this coming week. The issue for this coming week is they're talking some places temperature as high as 60, so it's going to take all that saturated snow and liquefy it and put it into the creeks and rivers. However, most of our water right now in the west end is fishable. We got really good fishing conditions in the Salmon River right now. We'll have to see how it goes. As I always say, conditions can and do change quickly. Flies, we really didn't spend much time in the water here in the west end just because it was so cold and we had so much slush ice and everything else that we just didn't mess with it. Rick was out on the Salmon River for a few days and he did really good in the upper river with some caddis, pupil larva type flies and some golden stoneflies. Both of those worked really well. The other thing is he did float one day and found fish down on the float. So when this water came up, it started some fish moving. So the fish are starting to move. Also, with the thaw that we had, any increase in water flow, the ice cleared out to the bottom of the river. So the Douglaston Salmon Run is actually fishing. Probably fishing pretty good, considering that we might have some new fish coming in. The ice is cleared out in the bottom of the river. There is a little on the banks in places, so you want to be a little bit careful. But from one end to the other end of the river is open. It is fishable, and it appears to be we're having a trickle of fish starting to come through. Time will tell on that, but obviously when the water came up, we did see some new fish show up into the fly zone, show up in the Altmarta Pineville Drift. It's still a nymph bite. We're going to try to do some swinging this week with the warm water flows. So that's pretty much what's going on. Like I said, you want to, this time of year, evaluate your water flows, evaluate conditions before you go and fish almost on a daily basis. Because, like I keep saying, conditions can and do change quickly. You get a nice warm spell, we get some big thaw, you could have some high water in the spot, or we could have some frosty nights and things settle down. So you want to pay attention to that. A couple of other side notes. We're still taking names for our spay casting clinic in the end of August. You can either email me through fish@LostRiverFishing or my personal email at jpecguides.com. That's a Gmail. That's jpecguides@gmail.com. And don't forget to print out J. So you can contact me either way. It will put you on the list, and then we'll confirm that list up come like June, July. So that's about what's going on. Just got to keep an eye on the water flows and the conditions here for the next few weeks. And let's get out and fish. It's getting time. There's a lot of fishing ahead of us. You'll often hear me, and you will probably continue to hear me preach the old saying about conditions can and do change quickly. In this situation, we went to one river, fished around a little bit. I did the fishing report, and we decided to come back and check this other spot here. When we first looked at it this morning, it was choked with ice. It was just a slush fest. Really wasn't worth fishing or even looking at because there was so much slush coming through. So we went to another river, a bigger river that we don't have a slush problem. Fished there for a little bit, no luck, and we came back and stopped. It was ice free, so we just decided let's just go to a spot, like all your favorite places you fish. You have a spot that you know well because you fish it a lot. It might not be the best spot, but you can get in and out of it quick. And this is one of those situations where we just ran down. I had freehand camera, as you can tell by the quality of the video. And we just gave it a shot, you know, and here we go. We got into some fish. So, once again, like I said, especially in the spring, especially now, with water temperatures warming up, fish behavior starting to pick up, fish behavior going into spawning, fish starting to feed again, it's amazing how fast conditions can change within the day. So as always, you know, just be prepared to understand that because things are not fishing too well today or fishing well this morning, that something can't change this time of year. It's very much a volatile, changeable time of the year. In this case here, we got some post-spawn brown trout, 1/8 white zonker in this dirty water. Good God, chartreuse, woolly buggers just gets the job done. So that was the flies that we used, and we were just doing a really slow swing. So that was the presentation we were using. This is just a classic example of conditions changing often through the course of the day. Oh yeah, by the way, I forgot, Eric reminded me he's running the camera for me today. That little subscribe button, hit that and the bell icon, because yeah, we got videos coming and we got a couple more announcements coming, so you're going to want to pay attention to that. So let's try it again. Until next time, folks, let's get out and fish. It's time. See you around. This is Jay at JPEG Guides and Lost River Fishing. We are a year-round fly fishing catch and release guide service. We fish the Lake Ontario tributaries, and then during the spring and the summer we also fish the inland trout streams, classic dry fly fishing. During the heat of the summer we will do the warm water fishing for bass and pike. If you're interested in any of our outings or have any questions, please feel free to email us at fish@lostriversfishing.com. Hope to hear from you, and if you have any questions, feel free to contact us.